The LPBW star Matt Roloff has been creating several controversies lately. He has been determined to build a huge mansion for himself and his long-term girlfriend, Caryn. Hence, the TLC star often shares several pictures and clips from the construction site and keeps his fans updated. However, lately, the viewers have started to feel that Matt's dream house is too big for just two people. There are several proofs that make it clear that fans' concern is genuine and that it is the biggest construction on the entire Roloff farms. To know more about the same, keep on reading. The LPBW star Matt Roloff is working on his happily ever after with Caryn and is constructing the most prominent house on his 100 acres property. Initially, he posted several pictures and a clip of the aerial view of the construction site. Viewers were stunned to notice the massive foundation of the house and slammed for constructing a giant home just for two people. However, Matt claimed that his new home is not as big as it looks but is of a fair size. Now, fans were skeptical about his statement. This is because there are several hints suggesting that the TLC star's new house is the biggest construction on his entire property. Recently, Matt shared an aerial view clip of his new construction. If we closely look at the dimensions, we can note that even the old historic barn looked smaller than his new house. In addition to that, a JCB stood in front of the home. Its size appeared to be negligible when it rested along with Matt's massive construction. Even a vehicle across the road stood like a toy car in front of the gigantic house. This clearly contradicts the patriarch's claims of not building anything fancy and having a fair-size house for Caryn. Hence, it is evident that Matt's dream house is perhaps the biggest construction on the entire 100-acre property. The LPBW viewers recently questioned Matt for his dangerous design of the house. He posted a snap and disclosed the plan of his windows. The post featured beams of the giant construction that were going up on top of the foundations. Some eagle-eyed fans noticed that the beams were laid on slanted surfaces, which was the shocking part of his plan. Several users took to the comment section and wondered what Matt was doing with his house. A baffled fan claimed that trenched beams on the sloping surfaces appeared to be really weird. Another commenter admitted that it seemed to be a bit dangerous. However, someone came to Matt's rescue and explained that those slated beams were nothing but windows. This type falls under the category of slanted windows, usually better than the standard ones because they are private. Moreover, it also supports letting in more light as compared to the normal ones. Keep returning to Matt Roloff has built a sweet second life for himself after his dramatic divorce from Amy Roloff. The Little People Big World celebs had been in a 3-decade-old marriage, which was almost a lifetime. However, after many complications, they decided to separate. Well, that decision turned out to be fruitful for both parties. While Amy has already remarried, Matt is taking major steps toward his new, happily ever after. He is currently building up his dream house that he wants to live in with his girlfriend, Caryn Chandler. Well, the foundation was already placed earlier this month, and now the first look at Matt and Caryn's half-built heaven is here. Matt Roloff has put a lot of blood, sweat, and TV season and tears into getting a new house is here to drop details for you. He's so planning to build their dream house for years now. Now that the construction has begun, the project is picking up speed. In fact, within weeks, the house is standing on its feet. Earlier this month, Matt revealed that he, his son Jacob, and their team had been cutting logs and getting raw materials ready. Soon enough, the foundation was built. It seems that the Little People Big World star has a pretty great team, as he's made huge progress already. As per Matt's latest Instagram post, the walls of his new house are already up. In fact, by now, its structure is also clearly visible. By the looks, the size of the project seems massive. A lot of fans also noticed this and wondered why the LPBW star is building such a huge house for only two people. Matt agreed that it's huge, but he emphasized that the picture makes it look bigger. Moving on to the first look at the house, Roloff revealed 7 photos recently. The first one featured equipment setting up the first wall. The rest highlighted the progress as the house went up. The last picture had Matt doing what he does best, which was analyzing the new construction. Fans were grateful that the Little People Big World star was including them all in this major journey. Some of them expressed that they were really happy for Matt and Caryn, as they will soon begin their new life together. Although Matt and Caryn have been dating for longer than Amy and Chris, they are yet to make it official. The former couple has not tied the knot yet, due to several reasons. Initially, it wasn't the right time for them. As years passed, Amy decided to get remarried, which delayed Matt and Caryn's wedding plans further. Then, the Little People Big World patriarch wanted to build his dream house so that he could start his new life with his lady love. Now that all of these issues can be set aside, there are chances that the LPBW couple would marry each other soon. A fan recently threw a similar question towards Matt's way. They asked him to buy Caryn a big diamond ring and emphasized that it is finally time. Well, Roloff's answer shocked everyone. He asked fans to wait and see what happens. A lot of people thought that this was Matt's way of teasing an engagement. In fact, there are chances that his proposal will be featured in LPBW Season 25 soon. What do you think about this? Tell us in the comments below. Stay tuned to, well, as they say, your past can haunt you. This is true for the Little People Big World star Matt Roloff too. Viewers who have been watching the show from the beginning would know that the LPBW patriarch hasn't been proud of everything he's done. He may have moved on, but the past will continue to hold him back in some aspects of his life. This includes his career in politics. While Matt was planning to run for office, it was his ex-wife that advised him against it. Here's why. TLC viewers have seen the Roloff family go through a lot of things, including Matt and Amy's dramatic separation. While got officially divorced in 2016, their issues were visible for a long time. And of course, there was Matt's affair scandal that is in talks to date. Fans are still divided on the topic of whether or not the LPBW patriarch cheating on his, now ex-wife, Amy. A recent social media post ignited this fight as Matt called his girlfriend, Caryn, the most beautiful soul in his life. Fans were quick to point out that Amy is the most beautiful soul, not Caryn. Others followed in the latter's support as she makes Matt happy. Amid this, a comment about Matt's political career got a lot of attention. It said, "Why didn't Matt run for office? Because it would have come out that he cheated." An older episode featured him talking about how people are advising him to get into politics. Apparently, he seemed Matt had planned on running for the state senator, but Amy advised him against it. She mentioned that Matt had always tooled around with politics. However, she added that with politics, your past comes up. Well, Amy did not reveal what past she was talking about. LPBW fans just assumed that it was accusations of cheating, as that was the biggest scandal around that time. Even though Matt was annoyed with Amy's answer, he eventually did take her suggestion and took a step back from politics. What is a good decision? Tell us your opinion on this in the comments below. The cheating scandal will always remain the most controversial part of the history of LPBW. This is because, to date, fans aren't sure what actually happened. Matt and Caryn's blooming romance was quite visible in some episodes while he was married, but neither of them ever accepted that they were together. Some viewers, however, call it emotional cheating, while it's hard to say whether it was physical or not. On the contrary, Amy has often said that Matt did, in fact, cheat on her, but never had the courage to accept his mistake. She has even given some crucial details on the topic in one of her books. Matt and Caryn made their relationship public not long after the former separated from Amy Roloff. Stay tuned to Matt Roloff has never failed to showcase his creative side on Little People Big World. When TLC began capturing his family, it also depicted a lot of his adventures on the 109-acre farm. The star has often given a glimpse to the audience about all the big projects on his family property. Well, lately, he took to Instagram to share that he finally began construction work for his and his girlfriend's dream house. They intend to live there after tying the knot with one another. But the LPBW ended up slamming Matt for his decision. Why did they do so? Keep reading to know more details about this. Matt Roloff had been tinkering with the idea of building a new property on Roloff Farms for many years now. His girlfriend, Caryn, has had issues when it comes to moving to the big house after marrying Matt. It's because Matt has so many memories in their big place with ex Amy Roloff makes her uncomfortable. So, the LPBW star turned it into a short-term rental. Together, the couple hatched a plan to build a new home together. On his Instagram, Matt finally revealed that he has finally begun work for the same. In a new post, Matt revealed through a picture that he has laid out the foundation for his new house. Well, the LPBW viewers were quick to notice that the property was going to be huge. So they began to troll him for building a ginormous house when only 2 people were supposed to live in it. At the same time, the castmate said in the comments that he has nothing fancy planned. But the size of the future home made the audience feel otherwise. A user also tried to mock Matt by asking if he would be building a football stadium. Another said that it could be because of the angle that the foundation was looking huge. But they also added that knowing Matt means that he is capable of going out of the way. Matt Roloff has been putting up a lot of posts on Instagram about the construction work around his dream house. He and Caryn were upset in the last season of Little People Big World for facing a delay for the same. It happened because of issues with the permits. But now everything seems to be going well. Matt revealed that his youngest son, Jacob, has been helping him with the big project. He lovingly called him the mailman who was at work. The post upset many Little People Big World fans. They began to recall how Matt didn't let his sons Jeremy and Zach take over the farm by buying a portion of it. He didn't trust them to carry on his legacy and said they weren't a good fit. Instead, he turned the big house where all 6 of them lived into a short-term rental. The fact that Matt was building another house for him and Caryn for the farm irked fans, as his twin sons never got the opportunity to do so. Keep coming back to